This is my presentation on the Alexandria University postgraduate forms prepared for course specification competence-based automatic generators that I developed to facilitate the filling of course files. The stuff is designed for Alexandria University as part of the Center of Excellence for Water Activities. The form itself contains different pieces of information like course degree, program, and department, basic information that includes title, code, credit hours, semester, and description, and a section on professional information, including overall aims, competences mapping using tables A and B, and the course's LOs under three different titles: knowledge, ability, and attitude. For some reason, they call it A, B, and D. No, I don't know where C went. Then the course contents, then teaching and learning methods and student assessment methods, then a section for references and facilities. And they give it numbers 1 through 8. The empty form is like that. You have the Alexandria University logo and the Faculty of Engineering and the Quality Assurance Unit. This is an empty form, and I think it should be filled by the instructors of the courses. These are the different sections, 1, 2 for the tables. Here, table B is empty, and table 1 taken from NACAI, but the standards for undergraduate courses, and this needs to be replaced. Therefore, these are the lists for the learning outcomes under knowledge, ability, and attitude, and they, for the empty form, they allow for LOs for each criteria, and of course they can be more than 4 or even less than 4. And this is the course contents where they put topics and they say if it's a lecture, a tutorial, or lab, and then they connect the LOs to the topics of the course. Here is the teaching and learning methods. There is a lot of things, and they have to check the learning methods in the course. The same thing for student assessment, and it has to add up to 100%. The references, they used books, class notes, periodicals, website, and of course we can add to this. Then facilities required for teaching and learning. There is only lecture hall and tutorial room, but of course we can add other facilities, like for example, computer lab. And then the course coordinator will sign, the head of department will sign, and the whole form will be dated, date stamped. The automatic generator that I developed is a spreadsheet program designed to enter most choices from a drop-down list. Cells where choices are selected are highlighted in light green to make it visible in the coming series of slides, and the learning objective verbs are chosen from the list, and the instructor completes the sentence. I did this particular thing because I noticed that from the courses I revised that some verbs are not properly assigned to the corresponding learning category, either ability or knowledge or attitude. I go with the same sequence of the empty form, showing you what I did to the form in spreadsheet format. The spreadsheet will be given to the instructor, and the instructor will fill it. And the last slide, it shows the 12 drop-down lists that I used to fill the form. Here, we start postgraduate degree, and then when you click this, you get drop down list PhD, master diploma, and I added professional diploma, which was not in the empty form. Code prerequisite, we write here the code prerequisite, and offering semesters. The drop down here will show you if it is spring or fall or summer. We fill the professional information, number 1, overall aims. Number 2, this is my, this is the same form as above, which is incorrect. And I updated this form on a different document. And when you click here, you either check it or not, so that if you like to satisfy all 10 of them, it's okay. If you select some of this in the 10 items in the table, it's also okay. Here is other competences. I took this from one of the courses, and again, the drop-down list is either you check it or not. Then I put the learning outcomes under knowledge. When you click here, you get the verb for knowledge, and then you complete the sentence in this cell here. And this is how it looks like. For example, for knowledge, you have analyze, argue, classify, combine, compare, contract, define, demonstrate, describe, discuss, equate, evaluate, explain, and so on. The same thing goes for ability and attitude. Here, I use 2 ways to fill, to connect between the outcomes and the lecture topics. And I used 4 rows, one for A1, one for A2, one for A3, and A4 for knowledge. The same thing goes for ability and attitude, so that when you click, you choose one of them. The problem with this is that I increase the number of rows different from the empty sheet, but it could be of some importance if I use the 3 blank lines here to give some details of the topic or the lecture, or any pertinent information that the instructor likes to add. Then the same thing I do, or I can use a different method by using a combination of all possible answers in the 4 rows above here, so that when I click, I can choose either A1, A2, A3, A4, or A1, A2. When I calculated the combinations, when the set is 4 items and the subsets are 1, 2, 3, and 4, I calculated all these possible combinations, and it came up with 15 of them. Therefore, I put them here, and this way I can save the extra lines that I added in the previous option. Yeah, here we do the same thing for the assessment methods. And of course, this is the other option where I can save the extra blank rows. The references, and here I give some advice to the instructor to put the proper citation of the course so that the students can access it. And there are different ways of doing this. I can either fill the windows in the MS Word references citation, insert citation, or I can use Zotero, Mendeley, or EndNote. The same thing goes for facilities. When you click references or click facilities required, you can find even an extended list of the one shown in the empty form. This last 2 slides shows the different drop-down lists that I used. These are the 12 ones that I used to fill the whole form. And this is my other option. Instead of using A1, A2, A3, A4, and the same thing for B and D, I put all the combinations that I talked about. I hope this presentation is of value. It will save effort and time. It will make consistency in the filling of the forms where whoever the instructor is, we are going to get a very nice set of consistent course forms.